All right. Next, we have Oklahoma State. Their line is set at 7.5. Spencer Sanders and Shane Illingworth are back at quarterback. I mentioned two of them because although Spencer Sanders has started most of the last several seasons, I don't totally trust him. Shane Illingworth played some. They did lose Chuba Hubbard, who underperformed last year. He was supposed to be an All-American, and it just didn't quite go right for him. They have other returning running backs, so Desmond Jackson and L.D. Brown. They were arguably better than Chuba Hubbard last year. They also lost Talon Wallace and Dylan Stoner, longtime big-time receivers for them. So it feels like it's not quite the Oklahoma State offense of old that we used to know and love. Their defense, though, is pretty good and brings back most of their production. So it's kind of not the typical Mike Gundy Oklahoma State team we are accustomed to. Do you like their offense? Do you think they can be a better team this year?
They're going to be functional. I like Spencer Sanders.
Yeah.
I think he's a good quarterback. Yeah, no, he's not great. He's not what they used to have there. That offense it's a different thing now. The defense is improved, like you said. No, Gundy will be a good team. The number here is really just about right. Seven and a half. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm on all over either side of this. If I could push, I would. Um, yeah, if I had a round number here, we're not going to do that. So I'm going to go just under. I think they'll lose a game to TCU, and November 13th. That will actually push them. I don't think they'll quite get there. Um, Oklahoma State, there's going to be a lot of stuff swirling around right now, especially with the realignment stuff. We're not going to get into it too much, but kind of being the only team, kind of the big guy that's left out. They were kind of the two big brothers took off and left them pretty much. So yeah, no, it's going to be an interesting season there in Stillwater. I think they'll go under only just though.
Yeah, this is a good line, and it. I should mention they did go 8-3 last year. It's not like they were a bad team, and that's the crazy thing is, it feels like they very much underperformed last year, but they still went 8-3, and I'm not exactly sure how they did that. Mike Gundy is a well-established coach. I do think they're going to be good, if not great. I think maybe the reason we kind of thought they underperformed last year was just because the expectations were a little too high. Lots of people had them as like a potential, like a sleeper for like a top 10 type of team, and they're just not talented enough for that. Spencer Sanders, really a good quarterback, not the Heisman contender that some people thought he might be, which was never really realistic. I feel like, but I do like this team. I'm with you. Tough line. I'm on the over just barely. Don't go out and bet this one. Is my advice.